I was doing a mic check. Were you just saying Shaka Khan?
Shaka Khan.
All right, that actually put me in a good mood, and I needed that. All right. Welcome to Tech Tuesday, guys. I want to remind you about a couple of things in our last uploads in case you missed it. We promote the sweepstakes to win Corvette. We got a beautiful email that was in Columbus, Ohio that won the ZR1 Corvette. And then I want to remind you about a sweepstake you can enter to win 2 Corvettes and some cash. Let's announce and congratulate the recent winner of the Corvette sweepstakes that we promoted for the ZR1 Corvette benefiting the Chip Miller Foundation. That guy was from Columbus, Ohio. And that guy wasn't me, but it was a wonderful guy, Jim Stevenson. Congratulations, sir. I looked at our database and I'm like, that name sounds familiar. I think he's done business here before at the dealership. I thought he had been to our dealership. I sent him an email and he actually replied. I want to share that with you now. And this was the perfect guy to win this car. He says, Rick, you are right. This is the right Jim Stevenson. Thank you for the congratulations email. Reality still hasn't set in yet. Chip Miller and I were friends for a long time, and I've been a contributor to Lance's foundation ever since he founded it. Chip was a prince of a guy. In fact, I almost went to work for him and Bill back in the day. I've entered every raffle and have had and gone to many dinners and participated in other fundraisers as a donor. I'm relieved I've won, so now I can tell my wife how much I actually spent on raffle tickets. It came at an amazing time. I just completed a frame-off nut and bolt restoration on a 1965 L78 Corvette. It took me 3 years to get it done. So now I need to build an extra garage. Thank you again, Rick, for reaching out. I'm a fan of what you do for the Corvette hobby and the community. You are a model of what a real marketer and sales professional should be. Relationships, knowledge, homework, etc. Jim Stevenson. Jim, thank you. I appreciate the kind words. And congratulations on your ZR1. And oh yeah, once you get it, bring it by the dealership. I'd love for you to show it off to us. So that's the winner of one of the many sweepstakes that we offer you guys to enter. You get extra entries because you follow me here on YouTube, and here's one that's coming up at the end of the year. This one is awesome. I too enter this one. I love the Dream Corvette giveaway. This is dual Corvettes. You win both of these. A 2025 Z06 and a 64 convertible and $60,000 in cash. You'll use Conti 5X at checkout. You get 5 times the entries. Click that link in the very first comment down below. This is a wonderful opportunity to win these 2 fantastic, beautiful black Corvettes. Look at the appointments on the Z06, on the 1964 car. Again, extra entries because you follow me here on YouTube. Thank you guys for that. Good luck to everyone, including myself, because I am going to enter this one. This really is a dream Corvette car giveaway. We look forward to this one every year. It's ending at the end of this year, so enter now. Link is down below in the very first comment. Conti 5X at checkout. Even this past Sunday, another reminder, we showed you this beautiful painting, an original painting done by Dale in Kentucky of a 63 split window and how you can buy it mounted on this special canvas. Check out this segment here. I was also very fortunate to attend the Chip Miller benefit dinner, and during the auction, that's when I bought this guy. I had to have him. But the item that stole the show is this beautiful, iconic painting from Dale Piper from the River Cities Corvette Club in Kentucky. The original painting is just stunning. You guys have an opportunity to buy the reprint, and it's on the special canvas. I'll put a link to his website down below in the very first comment. It's probably up on the screen right now as well. But Dale was kind enough to frame this and send it to me and autograph it. He says, Rick, thanks for all you do for the Corvette community. Life is good. Regards, your friend, Dale. Man, this is awesome, very special, and yes, I would love to have this icon displayed in my office, but where? I'm going to find a spot. This is beautiful. And I know I have a mature audience, so you guys really do appreciate how iconic the 63 split window is, especially against the American flag. This is something probably to display in your living room, your garage, your man cave, bedroom. I mean, come on, guys. This is awesome. Check out that link down below. And every painting that you guys buy, he donates $75 to the Chip Miller Foundation. Dale, nice job. Thank you so much. And then last night, this morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, I get a text from a customer. This usually happens at delivery. When you guys get in the car and I'm trying to start to show you stuff, and you start looking at your dash, you're like, hey, there's 400 some miles on my car. Who's been driving my car? That's the text I got at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, no. It took me a minute to comprehend. I was like, wait a minute, there's not 400 miles on your car. He's looking at the gas miles till empty. Look at the odometer, but he was looking at his app because it's a car we're getting ready to ship to Colorado. So when you first open up your app, if you look right here on the upper left-hand side, it shows you miles and says percentage of your gas. That's miles till empty. When you click your initials on the upper right-hand corner, then it populates the odometer in the center, and then you can see how many miles are actually on the car. And it's fun when we ship these cars all over the country. You can track your car where it's at when a guy stops for a bathroom break or something to eat before it actually gets to your house. But that's the text I got at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I do understand. So if I look a little out of it, that's why. So thanks, Robin. No, it's actually, I was up anyway, so he was kind of shocked that I replied. 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Got a couple for you for Tech Tuesday, and then we do have a beautiful ride segment. What do you got for us, Chuck?
All right, this one comes from Earl. It says, I have a 21 C8 Stingray that I bought through Rick. I recently experienced a battery issue. After running a bunch of errands, I stopped by the local grocery store, and when I came out, the battery was totally dead. Jump starting would let the motor turn over, but it would not go into drive or anything else. I know the battery should have been replaced before this. I swapped out the battery, which was easy enough. When I started, all I had to do was re-index the windows, which the instrument cluster addressed. After driving home, I only now have the check engine light on. Will this correct over time, or do I need to see a service tech? Yeah, you need to take it somewhere and have the codes cleared out. Eventually, after so many ignition cycles, the check engine light will go out. But with this battery going dead, you could have anywhere from 40 to 70 trouble codes in this car.
Yeah.
That are in history now, but you should take it somewhere and have the codes cleared out of it since you've replaced the battery.
Yeah, that way you don't have any future communication issues.
Right.
Because they're still lingering in history.
And a quick story, where I used to work before, I had a C6 come in. Woman, battery was dead. I put a battery in it. 3 weeks later, she come back, the battery was dead again. I charged it tested. 4 weeks later, she come back, the battery was dead again. So I started a TAC case, and the guy at TAC told me, find out her driving habits. I went,
remember you told the story years ago.
Yeah,
This is a good one.
what's that got to do with anything?
Right.
So the service advisor called the woman that owned the car. She's like, oh yeah, every day I go fire it up and go a mile down the street to the grocery store and back. So systematically over time, she was killing the battery.
Yeah.
Because these things are so electronically dependent. At the time, the guy at TAC told me the C6s, anytime you key that car up, needs driven for 20 minutes just to put back the electricity you took out of it to key it up. So
We always thought there was some kind of a draw on C6s, which we never identified. But even I think GM indirectly identified it and still never fixed it, because if you remember in the I forget what year it was, all of a sudden there was no longer an under the hood light. On the C6s, that just went away, because I think they thought that was where the draw was, which it wasn't.
Well, and I found a lot of them with the glove boxes. Even though the glove box was shut,
the light would stay on.
The light was staying on in the glove box.
Yeah,
so.
Remember the story, and now we're telling stories. Thanks for listening. As we were transitioning from C6 to C7, we had 164 or 166 C6s on the lot, and Chuck had a pickup truck, and he's going around changing out 80-some batteries, I think. It took you a couple of days, didn't it, to do all those batteries?
Yeah.
Because they were just sitting, and and some of them weren't sitting very long, but the batteries or the car itself had some kind of a draw on it. I don't know what the heck was going on.
Pallet of batteries delivered.
Oh, it was, a whole pallet.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Coughlin wasn't too happy about that.
No.
Yeah, so Ricky had to get busy getting those cars in your driveway. When Chuck gets these 26s in, we discover new things, and one thing that I want to share with you right now in this next clip, we discovered if you order an E-Ray and you order the all-weather mat package, so you get the mats for the inside of the car, the trunk, and the front trunk, well, there's actually something that you don't get. Check this out. Yeah, I can't wait to bring you this send-off, Pat. It's a beautiful Sebring orange E-Ray convertible for our customer Steve in Ohio. Thank you so much, sir, for all your support. Great job. Oh my gosh, great job on the spec. But when Chuck was getting it ready, he and I started laughing at something because we discovered something else that you don't get when you order the all-weather mat package. I was just telling the folks that we found out something that you don't get when you order the all-weather mat package for the front trunk, the trunk, inside passenger and driver area when you order an E-Ray. You brought it to my attention. You said, Rick, well, look in this box.
Well, yeah, it was brought to my attention because I blew up the parts manager because we put these cargo liners in. This will be year 6 since 2020.
That's right.
And when I opened the box, it only had 3 pieces, not 4. So I called and ripped the parts manager's head off, so he would call and rip ADW's head off. So they sent us out another set, which I got this morning, opened that box, and it had the same 3 pieces and not the 4 in it. I mean, wait a minute, there's something going on here. So I had a set here. I'm waiting on a car to come in, so I opened it up just to see, because it's been here for a minute, and went, oh wait, look, this one's got 4 pieces in it.
For the trunk?
Yeah, for the trunk, and this is for the front.
Trunk.
I said, so see, I'm right. It's supposed to have 4 pieces.
Yeah, how come we don't have this for my E-Ray?
Then I looked at the part number.
Right.
There's a part number difference.
They are different, right?
Yes. So I called the parts manager, apologized, but he should have caught it.
Right.
ADW should have caught it before they sent me another one.
Sure.
But anyway, yes, the part number did change, and you and I figured out that this will not fit in the front. Well, it will, just not all the way down.
It's not fit like it's supposed to, right?
Yeah.
Yes, let's show you guys.
So if you look, see this little ledge right here?
Yeah, it does look narrower.
Well, it is, because this will fit right down on that ledge and fit like it always did. Fits perfect.
Yeah, but you're like this much that you're not getting use of.
You're getting 5 inches you're not getting anything of. And you can't put anything on this because there's 5 inches of empty space.
Yeah, because of the tunnel with the batteries and everything for the front-wheel drive.
Not really the tunnel with the batteries, but they had to shrink this up because of the all-wheel drive in the front.
Well, that's right. Yeah, I mean, that whole system together.
Yeah,
that's
the whole
what I meant.
system.
Right. So that doesn't fit. So sorry, Steve, but we thought we'd use your car as an educational tool for others.
Yeah, this was a 2-day, you got to be kidding me.
And real quick, I know you got another one. Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to my friend Chuck, who supports Pelotonia. We've had him on the channel many times over. He's a few $100s away from the fiscal goal that ends tomorrow night. If you guys are able to help, I really do appreciate that. I'll put a link down below in the very first comment. He is now experiencing some cancer issues himself, and he's a big advocate for this program. This company, they take 100% of the donations. Not like some of the stuff you see out there. 100% of these donations go to fixing and finding a cure for cancer. And he rides hundreds and hundreds of miles supporting this. So if you can help out our friend and our good customer, Chuck, I do appreciate that very much. Again, there'll be a link in the very first comment down below. All right, buddy, what do you got?
All right, this one comes from Salvatore. It says, hi, Rick, I need your help. Recently, I have replaced the stock cats with 200-cell sport cats. Since I have replaced them, I'm getting an error code followed by a check engine light, C1555. I could find no C1555 in service information anywhere.
I've never heard of that before.
You didn't give me the year or anything on the vehicle, so I was just looking it up generically. Couldn't really find anything. It also says at times I also get a code PO430, but I'm not worried about that because I know it's related to the sports cats. Correct, that's a low efficiency on bank 2. He said he took it to a local Chevy dealer. They told him the C1555 is triggered because of the sports cat. Is that possible? Online, it seems like this is a powertrain related issue. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't find anything on the C1555, so I really don't know what to tell you.
Could be a typo if he gave you the wrong code. And again, you don't even have the year or model of the car, so it's hard for us to kind of dig into it a little bit for you. So if you want to send us another email, we'll take another look at it for you guys and help any way we can. This one comes from Greg. He says, hey, Rick and Chuck, I just found this link about installing an access door for the C8 DCT filter. My question to you guys is, now, Rick, I know you drive your car a lot more than most, and you service it more than most, and we actually got another DCT and an oil change coming up. I think it'll be the 4th or 5th I've done on the car. Chuck, do you think this is worth the effort, and will it void the warranty? show you guys a picture real quick while Chuck looks at this, and you can see he did a really nice job machining this and making it a little door. And when this door closes over, this is actually riveted to that closeout panel underneath there, but when this is closed, it's actually very flush, so it doesn't stick down. It's not like it's going to get caught in anything when he's driving on the road. I don't think that there's a warranty issue per se with that. You're changing the axis of a panel.
I can't say one way or another, because this is a shear plate that GM designed for the rear of the vehicle to tie everything together. So in their mind, if they wanted to get really sticky about it, you ruin the structure of that plate. So
I mean, yes and no. I don't know.
I mean, it would be a call. I would say if you had an issue with your car and somebody from GM had to come out and look at it, and they go, "Oh, wait a minute, yeah, we're not covering this car because it's been." But it's just a chance.
Well, and I've seen guys do the same kind of thing. Everybody's got the same mindset to try to make this easier to access, and they cut a hole there, but they leave an open hole. Now, I think that's more of an issue. His is kind of a neat idea because it actually has a door, and it closes almost flush with this panel. And the biggest problem is for you when you go to do this, there's two panels that interlink back there, and you have to basically, you said, half un-PDI the car to get to it. So I agree. I think at some point we need some kind of an access to this for a quick access, with a door, an opening or something. I mean, there's an opening there for the oil filter. Why isn't there for the DCT? I mean, again, everything's done for a reason, so we didn't design the car. We're just trying to find an easy way and a more effective way to service the car, I guess.
Will it void your warranty? I can't say one way or another. What I will say is it gives GM an opportunity to have an objection to what you've done.
Yeah. And so
I knew a guy that had a Suburban that used to trailer stuff with it all the time, and he was out in the middle of nowhere and a fuel pump went out of it. So he had to take it somewhere and a fuel pump put in it. When he got back home, he took the carpet up out of the Suburban and went brrrr and cut a hole this big by this big in the back of his Suburban and piano hinged it. So if the fuel pump ever went out again, he could go and done. But I've seen it done. I've seen it. Guys used to do it on Camaros all the time because you had to drop the whole rear differential out to get the tank out of a Camaro. They'd cut an access panel. So I've seen it done. I just can't tell you if it's going to void your warranty or not.
But I think it's a great idea, and it looks fantastic. It really does.
Absolutely, yes.
It really does. Real quick, I just want to address it. I've not really made a big deal about it because there's really no news to talk about, but still, we know that the cars coming out of Bowling Green Assembly, they are being fixed for the recall, for the stop sale, for the gas filling issue. The car sitting on the lot, you still don't have the memo, the part number, the procedure in which to fix that.
Nope, I check it every day.
Because the original memo we read, and I had to take that video down, they said something about a deflective shield, but we're looking at the cars coming in and there's not a deflective shield in there. So we've been reluctant and won't show you the repair until we actually have that document. But unfortunately, we have sold cars sitting that we can't deliver because of this issue. So I don't really know what else to say. And just real quick, let's just recap last week. We talked about the major change in DCT filter. From the research that I did, it looks like they still want you to service it in that interval up to 7,500 miles. They're just giving you that push to 8,500 and that extra year.
That's what it seems like,
We had a lot of questions. We get a lot of questions anyways on this, and it shouldn't be this way, but it is. So we do try to help you guys. Because this guy will say this ain't this, and they're all different things. It's just like when you're kids and you start in a circle. By the time you come back around, it's like, you got to wait 50,000 miles? No, that's not what I said. But I mean, that's really what we're going through right now. But seriously, back on point, it is 3 years, up to 85,000 miles, but do your service interval within
8,500.
8,500, I apologize. I'm going too damn fast.
There we go. Well, Rick said 85,000.
You know what? I didn't even want to do a show tonight, so and that's the truth. If you guys only knew. Okay, so anyways, back on point for the third time. Service it normally 2 years, 7,500 miles. They say you can go up to 3 years now, depending on your driving style, and up to max at 8,500. So the question you asked last week, if you come in at 8,600 miles, game over. They already gave you your 1,000-mile cushion. Get in here before the 8,500 miles. And 3 years or 45,000 miles to flush the entire transmission. We had another guy just last week, had 4,000 miles on his car in 3 years. I have to do all that. He did all that, called me later. He says, you know what? the car seems like it's driving a lot better.
Of course.
There's a reason they have you do this, guys. So,
absolutely.
Like Chuck says, you can't over-service your car. Please at least do what you're required to do, and you'll have a better ownership experience. I want you guys to enjoy the video tonight. I want you to look at some great-looking cars, because my mind's all over the place. Thank you again for joining us. What are they going to look at now?
Your beautiful rides.
What he said.
Yeah.
Too young, and I didn't understand that you were no one, and I can't wait to see you hindsight is fleeting, when your heart's bleeding, and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were no one, and I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one.